Hi, welcome to The Power of Repetition, the channel created to inspire and motivate expats and immigrants around the world. Each episode, we will interview each individual from somewhere in the world that has decided to leave their home to pursue their dreams and to look for better opportunities. In this episode, we will interview Ghada Youssef from Lebanon. Please, Ghada, come on in. Hi,
Hello.
how are you? Welcome.
Good.
Please grab a
Thank
seat.
you.
Please. Okay, Ghada, thank you for coming.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course. Pleasure.
So please introduce yourself and let us know how and why you decided to come to Canada.
Yes, so my name is Ghada and I'm from Lebanon. And so I always loved to do my master's abroad because I always loved to have another experience, to see the world from another perspective. So I studied film at first and then I studied philosophy. So I have a double BA in those majors. And I always wanted to have my master's abroad. And then when I was working, and then in 2000, like 18 and 19.
Before COVID.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. Things started, the economic situation in Lebanon started deteriorating and things were becoming very difficult. And then COVID hit, and then we had a series of events in Lebanon of protests, and then the big port explosion. So things were really messy and chaotic. And I was like, okay, I need to get out. I need to not miss the timeline of my life. This is my time
Of
to do my
course.
master's. So yeah, I wanted something a bit far. I never thought I will end up in Victoria this far from home, but yes, like in my research, I ended up at the University of Victoria, and then I made it to their master's program. And here I am. Now it's been 3 years and a half for me here.
So 2022, you landed?
Yes, I came in 2022. Yes.
3 years and a half. So right now, what are you doing right now?
So after my master's, I ended up with a PhD. So
Wow.
I'm now in the course of my PhD work, and hopefully
Nice.
in the summer I will be what we call a PhD candidate. So like I will start working on my own dissertation.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Can you please share with us what is the topic of your PhD?
Yeah, so I work in, it's a PhD in philosophy,
Philosophy.
and I am specializing in political philosophy and a focus also on film
On film.
because I'm a filmmaker. Again, I
Of
started with
course.
film. So yeah, I love to combine philosophy and film and to tackle social issues, especially things that are patriotic, like the nation,
Beautiful.
that feeling of what it feels to be from Peru or from Lebanon or from Canada, that national identity and
Like the
belonging.
identity.
Yeah,
Nice,
yeah.
nice. And also, besides of that, on your personal time, what do you do? Can you share with us what do you do?
Oh, well, of what
Yeah.
is left of my
Yeah.
time, well, I'm a dancer, as you know. This is how I met you.
Yeah.
So I
A great
spend,
dancer, by the way. For the people who don't know, you're a great dancer.
thank you. So yeah, I spend a lot of time dancing, especially salsa dancing and belly dancing. I do teach dance as well, so this is also part of what I do in Victoria as like my main activities here. Beside my PhD is those dance classes and workshops.
Nice.
And of course, an important thing is people. So socializing and having friends and
Connections.
community, and yeah. And with
Okay.
that, my time is already full.
Okay, thank you for sharing that.
Mhm.
When you first arrived to Canada, what was the hardest challenge that you didn't expect?
Yeah, I really loved the question when you shared it with me. And I think I would like to highlight this that you didn't expect. And I think it's very, very important to come to Canada or any other place expecting that there will be things that are very different and that you have to deal with. And this is half of the battle. So if you come here with the wrong expectations, you will soon give up. You will soon find yourself with anxiety and depression and all this sort of things. And yeah, so it's very important to set yourself with the right expectations and to know that not everything here is great, right? So there are challenges here, the way there are challenges everywhere, but they might be different challenges than the ones we deal with in our home countries.
Yes.
I have to say that, of course, coming here, I came by myself. and I didn't know anyone in Victoria.
Zero.
Zero. I didn't have not a single friend, not a single family member. And I would say definitely that was the challenge at the beginning, to kind of get myself in a group of people that I would, identify with. And so now, lucky me is I love dancing. And so the
Yes.
first gate for me was going to the dance community, and from there I started making my first friends. So but in general, even like I arrived here, you come to the dorms, there's not even a pillow. So like the first night I had to put my clothes and then sleep on my
Oh,
clothes,
no.
and have my jacket on. So until the next day I had to figure out, oh, I have school, but I'm actually trying to find where should I get my beddings from.
Wow.
Right?
Little
So
just logistics, right? Like
logistics matter.
housing,
They matter. And
bedding.
the first while when you land, these will be your priority for a while before you set yourself, up, like to feel like, okay, I'm settled in, and now I can focus on whatever I'm here for, whether classes or work or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Although to say that, you probably will come for a work or for a study program, so you'll have to start right away. So you cannot come, and if you are privileged enough and you can come beforehand, that's
Yeah.
great, right?
Yeah, to settle
So
down like
to
for a few
settle
weeks.
down for, like, if you have like a week or two to get things organized before you start, that perfect. But that's something I did not have,
Yeah.
right? So I had to come, and the next day I had class, and
Ooh.
at the second day at the same time I had to run and get a fork and a knife
Oh my
and all of
goodness.
that, right? So but if you have the right expectation, then it's okay.
It's
You
okay
just do it,
because you
somehow you
expect
do it.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you a follow-up question. Today, 2026, after 3 years and a half, what is still a challenge for you? Because already the housing, the bedding, the social circle, community is already gone.
Yes.
Because that's cover-ish, right?
Yeah.
So far today, what do you think will be a challenge that still happens to you?
That I'm so far from my family.
Family.
This will always be a challenge. And again, it's not something unexpected. It is expected,
Of
but
course.
it is something that you have to deal with all the time.
Every day.
And so you have to come up with all the sort of ways to keep your connection with the family, to keep the video calls going, to keep the updates going, to keep, whatever you can, depending on how often you can visit home. In the meantime, you need to be very intentional about maintaining your connection with your family, because I come from a very close family, very strong bond family. So it's really difficult for me to be this far and see my family only once a year.
Absolutely.
So this is definitely my biggest challenge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about the identity and belonging. So at any point, did you feel lost or disconnected from who you were back at home?
Yes, of course. Of course. It's depending on where you're coming from, but in my case, there are definitely striking cultural differences. I can like share one example that I don't know if you had the same experience, but it was in my first year, and I was again going to that dance community and starting to make friends, and so I have like, this person who like, we are becoming friends, so we come, we hug, hey, how are you? Good. How was your week? So it's a longer conversation than with everybody else.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling happy, like I'm starting to make friends. Fantastic. And then another time at another social, let's say, and then this person can come and they barely say hi to you.
They just walk
They
in
look
front.
at you.
They
They
walk.
look at you, barely say hi, and they keep going. The
Yeah.
first time it happened with me, I was like,
Yeah.
did I do something?
What did I do wrong?
What did I do wrong?
Yeah.
And then after 3 years and a half here, now I understand there is nothing that I've done wrong.
It's cultural.
It's not about me. It's about a culture where they need to be ready for socializing. And if they are not ready, they are not in the mood for whatever reason,
Exactly.
they will not put that effort for you,
Yeah.
which is very different from my culture, for example. In my culture, it's really, really rare for this to happen, that I know you, but then I just cross over and just
Yeah.
I don't recognize your presence.
Because I'm not in the mood to talk to
Yeah,
you.
because I'm tired today. You
Yeah.
know, like even if I'm tired, socializing has its own etiquette, let's say.
People make the effort.
Yes, we put the
Yeah.
effort.
Yeah.
So this is something that, for example, is different here. So if somebody's listening and that happens with you, don't take it personal.
It's not personal.
It's not about you.
Yeah. It
It's
happened to
just
me,
people.
happened to you, happened to
Yes,
people.
and it keeps on happening from people that I know I'm friends with. But if today they don't feel like socializing, they're just not going to put the effort.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
So
agree.
this is just one example, but yes, there are definitely other examples where you kind of feel, this is different. How do I
Yeah.
deal with it? But then soon you just figure your way out to
I
deal
see.
with these things.
And I guess the question is, how did you manage those experiences? Because you're sharing with me that you will say, okay, that's weird, that's interesting. Same to me. I mean, this has happened to me in the dancing community, in the gym, people that I've made friends. I have their Instagram, I have their contact, and suddenly I see them in the street or in the gym and they just walk in front of me,
Yeah.
not even saying hi.
Yes.
Right?
That
And
is
it's
very
like,
common.
oh my God, did I do something wrong? But the question is, how do you manage to, how do you manage these situations?
Yes. So again, it was a bit puzzling at the beginning.
Yeah.
Until I started noticing it's a pattern.
It's a pattern.
For people.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just being patient with it. And again, don't internalize it. It's not about you.
Yeah.
Because I know myself, I didn't do anything wrong to them. I know that. So there was no reason for them to act in this way. Other than it's just a cultural thing that they are used to, right? So my recommendation will be just don't take everything you come across as personal. And people have so many reasons for the behaviors that they do. And then with time you will know, like you see, like in those examples, they would disregard me and go into the social, and then in the middle of the social they will come and they will hug me
because
and they will get in because now they are ready. They just got into the groove, So I just let them go and I give them their space, and whenever they are ready to say hi, they will say hi, and that's it.
I know. It's kind of cultural. We have to accept that it's not exactly how it was back at home, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
So I'm curious about yourself, specifically about Ghada identity. Did these experiences at some point make you feel, okay, did I take the wrong decision coming here? Did I maybe take a wrong call to come to Canada? And if this happened, what was the turning point? What did you do to manage your mindset and say, you know what, I'm just talking nonsense? How do you do to manage that situation if that happens?
Yeah, this is a very nice question, and it ties back to what we started with about expectations. It is very important to know that there is no society that is perfect. I don't know about you again, but because your Latino background, I imagine that we have a lot of similarities in our country's situations. And we have sometimes a tendency to look at the West as, oh, they are the great countries, they are the perfect societies, and just when I go there, it's like, oh, it's gonna be perfect. No, it's not gonna be perfect. Okay. So having this expectation will allow you to navigate these situations differently, right? Because when these things happen, it's because I know, because it's not a perfect society, so they will have their awkward ways, awkward in relation to me and what I am used to. And I never came because this is a perfect place to be. I came and I have my goals very clear to myself. I want my studies. I want to graduate from now my PhD. I do have the goal of the passport for one ugly reason, is that as Lebanese, I cannot travel anywhere without applying to visa.
So visa for mostly every country?
Almost every country. Like there are I can count them on one hand, the countries that I can go to as Lebanese without applying to visa prior. And this is very frustrating. And on a political and philosophical level, it's very frustrating to me.
Of course.
So I just need it for practical reasons.
Yeah.
And that is clear to me. And then after that, I want to go back home. So
that's your expectation. That's what you want.
So when I encounter, and we're just giving one example, but there are many other examples of the things that you might be surprised to see if you think that, oh, this is gonna be great, right? Yes. don't have this expectation is way better.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
be realistic.
Be realistic.
Realistic.
Every society has its pros and cons. They have their good, they have
Yeah,
the bad, they have what works for you, what will not work for you. It's all a question of what do I want? What is my ambition and
yeah,
my goal, and does it work for it?
exactly. Okay. I have a question about your habits.
Mm.
So, what are the three main habits that you practice every day that help you to build stability and success in your journey in Canada?
Yeah. I would say one habit is um, waking up at the same time. So
Routine.
regulating my sleep. Uh, I am someone who need 8 to 9 hours of sleep every night.
Okay.
So I put myself into the habit of giving that to myself. And I wake up to my alarm every day at 8:30 a.m. Not because I have to, because as a PhD right now, the good part of it is I don't have to go to school, right? So I don't have a class, I don't have a meeting, I can sleep and wake up anytime I want.
You manage
But
your own time.
if I let it go without management, this is where one day I can sleep 5 hours, then the second day I wake up clumsy, and then so no, it's in my habit to have a regulated sleep schedule, understanding that when you have good sleep, you will have maximized productivity during your day.
I
And
see.
so this is my first habit, that
Rest.
say
Giving yourself, your
rest
body's good
and
rest.
sleep is number one.
Perfect.
That's it. Another habit is, mm, I would say, my communication with my family. It's a habit. It's not something that I do occasionally according to what I feel like. No,
Priority.
it's a priority. It's a habit that usually in my mornings I am talking with someone from my family. One morning with my mom, one morning with my brother, one morning with my sister.
I see.
So, but every morning I need to maintain. Why? Because first of all, I need to feel that I am still connected with my family. And this is crucial for stability,
Yeah,
because you're most of the time alone, as
that's
like
true.
coming here. If you're not with family already, most of us are just come here alone,
Yeah,
and so you already have your sense of stability shaken, right? So you need to work on what are my sources of stability, and I need to maintain that
yeah.
thread, right? So for example, that's a habit of mine. Mornings is connection with family before as I do my breakfast and stuff, and then I eat, and then okay, my time's to go, I hang up, and then
Okay.
I go and
Start
start
your
my
day.
work.
Start your day. Okay.
Yeah.
And the third one?
Third one, hi, hi. I would say dancing. I don't know, dancing is like
Dancing.
is so many things. One of them is a habit, but I think I would mention it as choosing something that you enjoy,
That you
that
join.
sets your mind off of your work and the source of stress that you go through, and to make it a habit. There are times when I'm tired, I don't feel like going to a dance social, I don't feel like, putting my heels on and all of that, but I do it. I don't, I don't just say, oh, I'm tired, I'll let it go.
I see.
Okay? Because once you start saying that, then every time I'm a little bit tired, I'll use it as an excuse and I'll just sit home, and then,
And you
it's
start doing
gonna be,
something else. Yeah.
yes. And it's not, again, you need to rest, of course, but find something that is enjoyable, and then make it a habit.
Make it
It's a
happen.
habit that I go. So for example, to me, it's on Tuesdays here, right? So every Tuesday there is this band that play. I love like live music. So even when times I am tired, I'll just, no, let's go.
I'm going to at least
I'm
see
going.
some friends,
Yes,
people,
yes.
community,
And this
dance.
also kind of puts this repetition thing where you kind of feel that there are things that are stable,
Yes.
and then there are things where we are flexible. Like I don't do this in my every single day,
I see.
right? There
Of
are
course.
days where I just work according to what I feel like. But then there should be those days where they give me the sense of being grounded and
Being
just being
grounded.
stable,
I
right?
see.
So I know every Tuesday I have something.
I see.
Yeah.
It's funny because most of the people that I'm kind of talking and interviewing, they have also one thing that makes them feel present. So I think
Mhm.
that for you, your habit that makes you feel present and don't be thinking about the past or the future or planning is
Yeah.
dancing. For
Yeah.
others might be gym, working
Of
out.
course.
For others might be running, yoga.
Yeah.
whatever activity, but you're right, you have to pick one activity to keep you
Hmm.
grounded, to keep you present in your body, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Hmm.
Recommendation for all these people, immigrants, expats that are living across the world, not just Canada, US, New Zealand, Australia, somewhere in the world far away from home. What would
Mhm.
they tell them to improve their life? What would they tell them to improve their mindset or their habits to navigate this journey?
Yeah, well, I think we already kind of started giving a few recommendations. Like
Yes,
among them is again, set the right expectations and go to the new place with the right expectation, knowing that there is no perfect place. This is important. But I would also say, like in general, be clear with your goals for yourself and be allow yourself to be present and to live your moment, because even if that's a phase, you don't want it to feel like a waste of time. This is very destructive,
true.
right? So I know that I will be here for like a few more years, and then after that I'm going back home. But I don't, okay, because it's just a phase, then just accept over stress. Don't
Yeah,
do anything for myself, for my good, for my health, for my long-term goals. No, uh, it's a balance between what I have to do now and between my full-time, like my long-term goals,
I
right?
see.
So if you are moving to that place with the goal of living there forever, is something. And if you are moving there for a period of time and then you want to go back, that is something else. But what is important, I think, is to be clear with your goals
What do you
so
want?
you can plan and design things accordingly.
No, that's very powerful. So knowing what you got, what you want,
Yeah,
and having the strategy to get there. Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you do differently? No regrets though. Not talking
Yeah.
about oh why.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about what would you do different.
Yeah, it's you see, I don't think I could do anything different. Because why? Because I always do my best.
True.
And once you do your best, I don't ask this question from myself,
True.
right? Because what I could do differently, I don't think there were things I could do differently.
I see.
There were things that I would want them to be different. Like
The
I wish
outcome,
I
but
wish I
okay.
came with like $50,000 instead of what I came with, you know.
Yeah.
But is that realistic to spend time thinking and imagining that I came here with 50K instead
No.
of 10K?
All right.
No. So I would say, yeah, I don't think I have things that I would do differently,
Yeah.
and I think it's also important to be patient and learn as you go,
Learn as you go.
because there could be no way for me to know the culture when I came the way I know it now.
True.
So I just go with the process, and
Go
as
with the
long as
process.
I'm doing my best and I'm trying, I'm focusing on my goals again because I have them clear for me. As long as these are there, I think you will be happy and proud and satisfied with what you
Perfect.
have.
No, that's very powerful. So you're saying do your best, have compassion with yourself,
Yeah,
learn in the process, and do the best that you can.
absolutely. Because
Okay,
what else can you do?
that's true.
Mhm.
Okay. Final question. If you could give just one piece of advice of one habit to a immigrant or an expat that is coming to
Mhm.
Canada or anywhere in the world, one
Mhm.
habit that you suggest them to repeat daily for themselves, what would
Yeah.
be that habit?
Mm. I would say discipline. Have a discipline, and the content is whatever works for you.
True.
So is that sleep, food, dance, gym, tennis, whatever? I don't care about the content. But I would say have a clear discipline for yourself. Because if you let it things to be chaotic, to fluctuate with our emotions and with the situations and with everything, we won't be able to move forward. So I would say something that really works for me is having discipline. And it doesn't mean to be rigid and to be, tough on myself. And nobody's more compassionate with themselves more than I am. So I was still very flexible and very compassionate. And when I'm tired, I know I'm tired, and I pamper myself and everything. But in general, I have a discipline.
Discipline.
Yeah.
Okay. Have discipline, follow your habits, don't let the emotion impact you that much. Just know what you want and follow the actions to get there.
Yeah, and welcome the emotions that come on the way.
Yes.
Like if you feel homesick, you will feel homesick.
You will.
Eventually, okay? At some point you will. There's no escape from that.
That's true.
I've been 3 years and a half here, and there are always, every now and then, that time where I feel homesick. It's somebody's birthday back home. It's I don't know, it's Christmas and I'm not with them. So there are always times for being homesick. I allow myself to feel it, as long as the next day when I wake up, I'm over it.
Yes.
I'm done.
You're
It's
done.
a new day. I'm in my groove again, because if I don't do this, what am I doing?
That's true.
Right? So allow it in balance, and just keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for coming
Of
to the
course.
channel. Thank you.